Well, you're right, it is a cool weapon, but there's a catch.
Doctor, is something wrong?
The double gear system. It was so very long ago. It was on that day, Wily and I had our falling out. He quite literally threw a wrench in our gears. We were students then, each pursuing robotics research in our own way. Each of us was passionate about forging the way ahead. To a future where humans and robots might live together in harmony. By giving robots independent thought, they can be true partners to humankind at last.
Naive as always. Even robots that think for themselves will never be anything more than tools. But with unstoppable power, insurmountable speed, it's only when we build robots with the power to outdo humans that people will truly accept robots for what they are. And with my double gear system, we can make that dream a reality. With this installed, any robot can instantly become a hero.
However, I was strongly opposed to Wily's ideas and research. The double gear system, it puts an incredible strain on the robots that use it. And if it fell into the wrong hands, it could be used to cause terrible harm. At the time, a committee was convened, and Wily's research was cancelled in favor of my independent thought research. Wily never forgave me, and his views have grown ever more extreme since then. How ironic that my efforts to quench Wily's hot-headedness before it led him astray only ended up fueling the fire.
Doctor, I never knew.
If only I'd shown him there was a way to work together, instead of just telling him that he was wrong. Maybe we'd still be friends.
A way to work together.
This is actually pretty
Even
deep.
the double gear system can be a tool for good, if used properly. But using it properly requires proper judgment. Wily's dream of developing technology to make any robot into a hero could become reality if used by you. I'm trusting you, Mega Man. Oh, I almost forgot something very important. I've just finished giving Rush a good tune-up. He's all ready to head out with you. Rush! Rush, help Mega Man and keep him safe. Be a good boy now.
We've got this, Rush. Okay, let's go!
So, those differences in philosophy actually impact the X series and the Zero series a lot. Humans that view robots as tools versus equals because of their intelligence. That's actually the core philosophical issue of the next two series after this. So yeah, deep philosophy there. Also some interesting lessons about personal interactions, like Dr. Light was lamenting there that he just told Wily he was wrong instead of actually, you know, like offering like a solution, like, you know, like suggesting that they could work together instead. That's actually a thing. Like, when I was younger, I used to do that too. I would just tell people they were wrong, and then I'd be confused as to why I had no friends. It took me a long time to learn that lesson. You know, not to just say that you're wrong, but also to, you know, state your own opinion and, you know, why you think that. And even sometimes not to tell people they're wrong, but just to say your own opinion without saying that they're wrong and let them figure it out. Like, there's a lot of different, you know, phrasing things that you learn as you grow up and as you mature, and, you know, that's one of those lessons that, at least personally for me, is kind of very impactful. Anyway, so I said there was a catch to Tundra Man's awesome weapon. Here's the catch. Torchman. So,
It's so good
let me make
to
sure
see
I'm
you
stocked up
safe.
here.
Okay, Mega. Are you sure? Ta-da! All ready. Good luck out there. Are you sure? Ta-da! All ready. Good luck out there, Mega.
Yo, Mega! Can I?
Okay. So, it took 3 hours to grind out all of the 100% requirements that I could get at the start of the game. We've been playing now for 49 minutes, thereabouts. At least according to the in-game timer. I'm not sure if it counts cutscenes and things. I don't think it does. But so, this is Torture Man's stage. I mean, Torch Man's stage. This guy's stage is awful. Like, there's really no other way to describe it. This is terrible, terrible level design. Like, everything that's wrong about video game design you will see in this level a little later. Like, it starts out nice enough, right? Like, nothing too serious. In fact, we're gonna use Impact Man here to just skip over large chunks of the stage, like so. Nothing too egregious so far, right? It doesn't stay that way, though. Okay, so here is the issue. Those enemies, like, you can't, like, you see that little distortion there on the right of the screen? Like, it looks like there's wind. That's a hidden enemy. It's invincible. You can't hit it until it appears. Also, how do you like moving death traps? You know, like lava rising from the floor and slowly moving up, and you have to, like, climb to get away from it? Well, imagine a sideways version of that. Now, we can use Tundra Man's weapon to put an end to the thing chasing us. However, is a catch. Tundra Man's weapon uses a very large amount of ammo. Just 4 uses of power gear with Tundra Man's weapon completely depletes our ammunition. So we have to keep that in mind while also keeping in mind the constraints of the power gear as well. And we have to do that 3 times. You can walk on those guys. It's generally not recommended, but you can. This level eats up a lot of weapon tanks, in case you haven't figured that out, or at least it can. So here's the mid boss. He's not too difficult to deal with. That's probably the best part of the stage. The mid-boss is super easy. Here's the hard part. So this is where the stage becomes absolutely vile. So this is what I was talking about earlier about, like, a super precise platformer. I'm going to talk about it now because there's no way I can talk about it and show it at the same time. Again, invincible enemies that you can't do anything about until they appear at just the right moment. A death trap that's moving at the same speed that you walk across the screen. And if you make even one mistake, like if you get hit by any of those invincible enemies, they'll push you, like the stun time is so long you'll get pushed into the fire and die. So even one mistake equals death. Tundraman's storm will temporarily stop the fire, thus giving you a second to breathe, but that's all you have. That's your only means to avoid this. Also, the platforming becomes really, really, really precise up in the upcoming areas. So I've practiced these, but I'll be real with you, I expect to be on this stage for a little while. Also, we're gonna need tons of refills because doing this without Tundraman's weapon here, trying to do this without Tundra Storm is way too hard. It's incredibly tedious. This whole level is just awful. There are people who like this type of gameplay, though. I personally don't understand why they like it, but there are Mario Maker levels like this all over the place. Whenever you see this like fire right here, that's how you know there's an upcoming fire section. So we have to manage our buttons and our resources very carefully. Or we'll die. Oops. Well, there's a perfect example. Good thing I didn't use any ammo, at least. Because you don't get your ammo back when you die. Like, you don't restart from checkpoint does not mean you get your ammunition back, which is kind of a big problem. Hey, Judex, how's it going? You're just in time for the worst part of Mega Man 11. Like, no joke. The worst part. I'm gonna go ahead and do this now because I don't want to die to anything stupid. I'm doing good for the moment, but I'm about to probably not be very good. Like I said, this is the worst part of Mega Man 11. This is an incredibly tedious section of the game. There we go. I'm just gonna kill those guys real quick. So, there's another E-Tank that we can only get with Pile Driver. So have you... Oh. You were streaming Paper Mario, the Origami King. And Breath of the Wild on Master Mode earlier. Hey! I have done both of those things, Judex. Good to know we have some game series in common. What's your opinion of... Hey, have you finished Origami King? Like, where are you at? And what's your opinion of it so far? Okay, here we go. Oh, you 100% completed Origami King when it came out. Wow. Okay. Yeah. My feelings on Origami King are kind of mixed. Like, there were parts of it that were super awesome and other parts of it that were super not awesome. Like the final boss with the, especially the final boss with, like, the quick time events where if you fail, you're just dead and you have to start over. That was not very fun. But then again, the music was so awesome. A lot of the level design was pretty good in some places. I can't imagine 100% of it, like 100%ing it, because like the trophies were really dumb. Like I remember one of the first trophies you get was like rocks, and that's a trophy. And I was just like, what? Like, I'm sorry for pausing here, but I have to pause if I want to talk because this stage is just that irritating. Yeah, this, like I said, Origami King was a very mixed bag for me. It changed themes so fast. It was just so quick to completely change tone. Like, there was the whole, like, the Bob-omb dying and blowing up, and we're, you know, comforting, Olivia, and then, suddenly we're racing around the desert in a boot car, and then suddenly it's a huge dance party, and we're exploring the ancient pyramids, and actually it's just like just a disco party. Like, the theming just changed so fast in that game. It was just such a head spin every time it happened. I have, like I said, kind of mixed opinions on that game. It's like, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not, but it was a wild ride either way. Yeah, that's why I never 100%ed Origami King. It looked like it was really grindy. Okay. Alright. So this part's not too bad. If you kill these things, you end up in darkness, but if you have Fuse Man's weapon, you can light up the darkness anyway. Uh-oh. I missed a jump. Also, you can just respawn that guy. That works too. Okay. So, this is it. This is the ridiculous part. So right before we fight Torchman, we have to make it through the upcoming segment. It's really hard. I'm gonna pause a lot, because that's the only way to get through this section. It sucks. So, we made it through that one fire section, and we did some more stage, and now we have to make it through a second fire section. And if we die to the instant death fire here, we have to start all the way back over and do that other section again. Because checkpoints are real bad in this stage. Oh, you haven't, Judex, you haven't played any other Paper Mario games? Oh, dude. Origami King was okay, but like, man, you need to play the first 3 games. The first 3 Paper Mario games, like the original Paper Mario, was super good. Also, Thousand Year Door is to this day still regarded as the best one. Like, period. Also, not too many people will say this, but like, Super Paper Mario was a platformer rather than an RPG. It was more of a platformer than an RPG, but it had some RPG mechanics. Anyway, I think it was better than Origami King as well. Not everybody will share that opinion, but everybody will agree that Thousand Year Door was the best. Period. Yeah, they probably are pretty pricey. Yeah, you may wish to emulate, but trust me, you need to play Thousand Year Door at least, bare minimum. I think you should play the first game as well, and of course Super Paper Mario, but Thousand Year Door is really, really, really good. I've seen Super Paper Mario for like £10. Oh, you're from England. Okay. I was like, pounds? That ain't dollars. All right. All right. Okay, so here we go. Let's see how badly I end up screwing this up. Okay, here we go. Oh, stop! Ah, that enemy survived. That's not good. I got lucky there. Uh-oh. I'm out of, oh, no. Can't have that. I'm out of ammunition. We're gonna have to use a couple weapon tanks to get through here. And even then, I can't promise we'll make it through here. Oh, we made it. Oh my gosh, we made it. Oh my gosh, we made it. I cannot believe I made it in one go. You have to manage power, because see, here's the thing. If you have to use Power Gear Thunderstorm to get those things to freeze, that Firestorm behind you, you have to use Power Gear and Thunderstorm. So if your Power Gear overloads, you can't use it. So you have to constantly remember to turn it off, or it'll overload when the gauge hits full, and you'll die because you can't freeze the Firestorm. If you run out of Thunderstorm ammo, you have to have weapon tanks to refill it, or you're dead. because otherwise you have to play perfectly to stay ahead of that storm, and that's ridiculously hard to do. I'm not even gonna mess around. I really need Torchman to die here because I don't want to play this stage again. I am shocked that I have gotten through this as easily as I have. I'm even gonna use the Super Guard for less damage. Like, screw this boss. He's probably not gonna be this hard. Actually, I'll save the Super Guard. But still, screw this boss. That is incredibly stressful, Judex. Incredibly stressful. But that's the worst part of this game. This level is the worst part of the entire game. Okay, Torchman.
Perhaps you will be a challenge.
Torchman's really hard, unless you have... Ow. Unless you happen to have Tundraman's weapon. In which case, he's at least tolerable.
Power Gear.
Then he's, like I said, he's tolerable if you have Tundraman. He's still not easy, though. There we go.
Torch Jutsu forever.
She bought Mario and Sonic at the Olympics 2020. Yeah, yeah, the fact that it's cheap, that's unsurprising. It's a party game. It's a party game full of, it's just a collection of mini games. That's all it is. So, yeah, that's typical. Okay, so Blazing Torch. Blazing Torch isn't a fun weapon. It's alright. The weird angle that it shoots at is kind of the biggest problem with it. But it's meant to be kind of an umbrella that you can walk under and be safe from anything that might try to hurt you. That's the general idea behind it, but it's not my favorite weapon in this game. So you mentioned Breath of the Wild earlier, Judex. Tell me about your Breath of the Wild experiences. Have you beaten that game? And did you 100% it? beaten it like 5 times. Hey! Alright. So, you've beaten it about half as much as I have. No, about a third as much as I have. I've beaten that game like 15 times over from start to finish. Just about. I think this last time was my 14th time. I think. Starting to lose track.
It's so good to see you safe.
Okay, Mega. Are you sure? Ta-da!
Gotta love
Already.
menus that highlight
sure?
no.
Ta-da! All ready. Good luck out there, Mega.
Yeah, you need to use a guide, man. For 100%,
Are you sure?
trust me, use a guide.
Ta-da! All ready. Are you sure?
You will,
Ta-da!
you will not regret it.
Good
And,
luck out there, Mega.
however, conversely, you will regret not using one.
Are you
Guaranteed.
sure? Ta-da! All ready. Good luck out there. Are you
The
sure?
Koroks are just way too painful otherwise. Actually, no. We have 8. That's good enough. Saving. Oh my gosh, Torchman. So glad to be done with him. Yeah, no, you don't need a guide for the shrines, but what you do need is a guide for them Koroks, though. Man, the Korok seeds are so stupid. 900 Korok seeds. So ridiculous. That's why my last playthrough was a 64% playthrough. Because 64% will get you all the Koroks you need to get all your inventory slots, and it skips out on all the extra Korok seeds that you don't need, while completing 100% of everything else that actually matters in the game. That's the best way to enjoy the game, in my opinion. Yeah, I know, the 100% reward is terrible. Like, you only need 441 of the 900 Korok seeds to get all your inventory slots. So over half the Korok seeds are literally just collectibles for a trophy. And it takes hours to get them all. It's terrible. Anyway, so we got Torchman. Torchman's weapon is strong against Blastman, so we're up to Blastman. Much faster than I thought we would be here, honestly. This is another fun stage. Like, seriously, Blastman stage is actually kind of fun. Just like Fuse Man's. You'll have a blast on Blastman stage. So this is the really easy bolt I was talking about earlier that you can just farm if you want to. It takes like 5 seconds longer than the one in Blockman stage. But it's overall not that bad. Should I try for the 1-up? Sure. Hey, actually got it. Nice. Ooh. Ah. Being able to shoot through walls is kind of weird, but it's definitely an interesting feature of original Mega Man games. You just walk. Breath of the Wild's such a magical game. I spent hours just walking around doing nothing. Sometimes I've done that sometimes, but not on stream, of course. On stream, I'm usually very objective oriented, but I get what you're saying. Okay, we're actually gonna want bouncy balls. Oh no, we're not. Not yet. I thought this was the mid boss. We're not there yet. How do we get up to that? Oh, I see what we have to do. Oh, I get it. Okay. Can I rush coil that? Is that possible? I don't think it is, but I'll try it anyway. Oh, we can! Oh, we can just rush coil it. Okay, cool. Nice. Now we want bouncy balls. There we go. Ugh. Those guys take a lot to kill and get rid of. Like, I wonder if Torchman's ability could probably kill them better. I haven't experimented with this particular one. Nice. You ever captured the Lord of the Mountain? The glowy horse that isn't really a horse for some reason? I've always killed that mini-boss with bouncy balls, but I'm starting to wonder if Torchman's weapon might be better. That probably makes sense, honestly. Oh, yeah. Hey, do you have the DLC? Because you're missing a lot if you're missing the DLC. Okay, so spikes. But remember, here's how we can deal with that. That's not fair. Eggman can't climb ladders very well. Ah, good. So do you use Majora's Mask a lot to confuse enemies? I know I do. It saves a lot of time. Aha, yeah, okay, so here's what we're gonna do about this. Just ignore all that. Gotta be quick there. That's a terrifying section to drop into. Gets most people the first time. But ow. There we go. Oh gosh, they just keep spawning, huh? Okay. Yeah, see, Blastman's stage is fun. It's actually enjoyable. Yeah, it's really fun to just like confuse the crap out of Lionels. Yeah, Majora's Mask is really, really good. So how much do you use like speedrunning tricks and stuff? Like, there's a lot of glitches in Breath of the Wild. Like, what kind of glitches do you use, or do you use any? Are you another one of those people that's mastered the wind bomb? Ah, I use wind bombing, yep. Honestly, like, I can do wind bombing, but it's always been kind of tricky to me. It took a while to learn it, and it's just like, this isn't a very beginner-friendly technique because it's not very consistent. So I just ended up not using it for my playthrough, but I might go back and master it at some point and then do another Breath of the Wild Let's Play. That's what I like to do on my channel. I stream myself making videos like that. Oh, yeah, whoa. Uh-oh. That doesn't look good. Oh, that was just a foreground object. Good! Okay. We're going to say nope to this. Oh, getting in there looks super rough without, not high enough. Oh, and I had it, and I immediately lost it. Dang it. I want that E-tank if I can get it. And I feel like I can get it. It's just going to be a pain to get, is all. And then, oh no. I'm supposed to get into that. Can I get into that? Oh no, I don't think I can slide into it. Oh no, I might not be able to get in. Yeah, I don't think I can get into there. Crap. Oh, you tried learning Breath of the Wild any %? Oh gosh, no, that's way too hard for me. It's not worth it. Yeah, some people can seem to get wind bombing really quickly and easily. I was able to do it, but I wasn't able to do it consistently. Like, it took me 5 minutes to learn it, but doing it consistently is hard. Yeah, no. I'm not a speedrunner. I'm not a speedrunner, in case you couldn't tell from my gameplay here. Well, it looks like I'm not going to be able to get that E-tank. Oh well. That's fine. I'm not exactly too broken up about it. I am a little broken up about that, though. Ew. What's that? Why are there 2 of these guys? Is it supposed to spawn 2? Oh, I should have taken him down from over here. That's what I should have done. Oh my gosh, that's dumb. We will rush coil this, and once we're up here, rush coil that too. Yeah, I mean, it's a decent game. You should at least consider it. Just keep in mind, it's good for a Mega Man game, which means it's a okay-ish game overall. Yeah, this is good for a Mega Man game. It's good, but it's still a Mega Man game. Alright, so Blast Man is just really mobile, and his bombs cover a large area, and if you don't know exactly where to stand, you're gonna take damage. That's kind of all there is to it. Blast Man's not exactly my most...
Pretty short fuse. Explosion is art.
He's also Datara. He's not my most practiced boss. And Torchman's weapon is awkward and hard to hit with sometimes.
Come on, explode! Hey, Raid! I'm ready to blow!
But at least he doesn't have a lot of invincibility frames. He also kind of looks like Bakugo. If you're into anime, you'll get those two references, Datara and Bakugo. What other games do I like to play? Well, better Mega Man games than this, like the Zero series. Obviously, the Zelda games. I play a lot of Zelda games. I just got through with Age of Calamity not that long ago. I play Metroid games. I just got through with Other M and Super Metroid not too long ago. Lots of stuff. I play... Ah, you played Age of Calamity as well. Good. Good. It was an excellent game, I think. It had a couple glaring flaws, but overall not too bad. Chain Blast is an awesome weapon. I like Chain Blast. But really, let's be honest, the Power Gear mode is the only thing that really matters. Okay, so now that we've beaten Blast Man, up next is Block Man. Let me go ahead and make sure.
Good to see you safe.
Okay, Mega. What'll it be? Are you sure? Ta-da! All ready. Good luck out there, Mega.
Let's go ahead and make sure we have everything we need.
Ta-da! All ready. Good luck out there, Mega. Are you sure? Ta-da! All ready. Good luck out there, Mega.
I'm a little...
Mega?
I'm slightly sad about that one E-Tank we missed in Blast Man stage, but it's not required for 100%, but I might go back and get it later. It's definitely one of those collectible items that's like, oh, but, you know, it's collectible, so I might as well get it, right? Even though it's technically not for 100%. So, Blockman is weak to Blastman, unsurprisingly, and Blastman's ability makes Blockman's stage a lot easier. Blockman's stage is not as fun as Blastman or Fuseman. It's definitely kind of irritating in places. Certain places. How do you feel about conveyor belts? Moving you around and messing with your momentum. That's basically Blockman's stage in a nutshell. Might actually need, yeah, we're gonna need the speed gear in a couple of different places here. Oh no, not jet. Wrong button. Okay. Well, yes and no. See, here's the thing with Pokemon games. I played the original Red and Blue back on the Game Boy, but then my parents said no to Pokemon games. But that was when I was young. But now that I'm older and I can play whatever I want, I just haven't had a chance to get back into the Pokemon series. But I did enjoy Red and Blue back in the day. So basically what I'm saying is I've played Gen 1, and I want to play more, but I have to find time for it. I have actually been thinking about doing the Pokemon games. I just have, like I said, just have to have time to do them. Because they're lengthy RPGs. They're not going to go quick. Well, semi-lengthy anyway. Okay, this guy. Yeah, Blast Man. Just blow it up. Gonna wait for my gears to recover there, and then finally reach the checkpoint. Gen 5 is your favorite, huh? I'm familiar with all the Pokemon that are competitively ranked because I watch a channel called False White Gaming, and they do like reviews of, you know, how did such and such Pokemon fare in, you know, the competitive Pokemon scene. So I am familiar with a lot of the newer Pokemon and their stats and abilities, and you know which ones are good. But again, I haven't actually ever played the games. I was just really fascinated by the videos because they were really good high quality videos. So so even though I've never played past Gen 1, I actually know what Pokemon are actually really good in all the preceding gens after Gen 1. So if you played Gen 5 was the weather generation, and yeah, like if you know anything about Gen 5, you know that weather is a big deal. Good things like permanent rain and ow. Okay, so those don't crush me, those actually just hurt me. Yeah, we need Blast Man's ability coming up, I believe. Yeah, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. We can just destroy these instantly with Blast Man's ability, instead of having to navigate those. Gen 5 had the best story. Really? I have heard almost nothing of Gen 5's story. And from what I'm told, like, past Gen 5 and onwards, they tutorialize you a lot in the beginning. I have not heard people praise Gen 5's story very much. I mean, I'll have to go look at it, but I don't know, man. Like, I've heard a lot of things about the tutorializing at the beginning of Pokemon games, and I hear it started at Gen 5. It's like tons and tons of hand-holding. I don't know, like, what gens have you played? Have you played each and every game? We're gonna go with a weapon tank for sure. Blockman stage can be tough. Played all but Gen 4. Really? Because I thought Gen 4 was actually one of the best gens. At least from what I can tell. Gen 4 was amazing. Like, Cynthia was awesome. The story was pretty good in Gen 4. You should check it out. Yeah. Well, I mean, at some point I'll eventually play these games myself, and I'll be able to, I'll be able to figure it out. Oh my gosh. So, conveyor belts messing with your momentum. Speed gear. Oops. And little enemies to make sure that you fall and die. There we go. Oh. Speed gear is super necessary here. If you want to have any semblance of a good time. Oh, that was very scary just then. Oh boy. Oh, more of this guy. On a conveyor belt this time, though. You know, because that's different. There we go. Ugh. We're almost done with Blockman. Almost. Dude, there's been rumors of a Gen 4 remake for years. Years and years and years, people have begged for a Gen 4 remake. And honestly, I'd love to see it too. But there's no official confirmation as far as I know. Zelda's 35th anniversary. I thought that already happened. Or is that still coming up? Ah. Should have known it wouldn't be that easy. Let's just get through that. Okay, we're gonna go with the easy way to get through here. That was Mario's. Zelda's is in late February. Okay. There we go. Pile driver being exceptionally useful as always. Oh, ew. This. I forgot about this. Okay, so you're gonna want speed gear here for reasons that I feel like are pretty obvious. Speed gear is going to be extra helpful. Especially with the enhanced speed gear. You're really gonna want that out. Or that will happen a lot. Good thing we have beat too. Oh no, I messed it up. Hold on. You gotta wait for just the right moment.
Speed gear! Speed up!
Or you'll get tossed down like this. Over and over again. So this game's just great. I'm gonna need to concentrate here for a minute. Okay. This room really sucks.
Speed gear! Speed up!
Okay, here we go. Starting to make progress.
Speed gear!
There we go. Oh my gosh. That took me so many tries on my blind playthrough of this game. Seriously, a very unfriendly room. Gotta love those invincible enemies too. These guys that pop up, you can only hit them. Even though you can see them, you can only hit them after they appear. Oh, come on. Okay, we're actually here at Blockman. Good. Alright. This is actually a nice track, too. I like this. So are you hoping there's going to be, like, a Zelda collection? Like a re-release of, say, like, Twilight Princess or Wind Waker and stuff on the Switch? Because we're all kind of hoping for that. Oh. Yeah. That'd be nice. That would actually be very nice. In your Breath of the Wild Master Mode playthrough, you're only using 3 hearts and turning Mipha's Grace off. Okay. Yeah, I'll be real with you, Judex. That's not the way I prefer to play Breath of the Wild. I had a lot of other people come in. I had some people come into my last playthrough of Breath of the Wild, and they're all like, they're challenge people. Like, and the way they talked was just like, if you're not doing the crazy 3 hearts challenge, then, you know, you're a wimp and you're not playing the game in the funnest way possible. And I'm like, no, I'm having fun using all of the available tools that the game gave me. It's the point of a 100% playthrough, and it's just like, yeah, I'm not one of those invent a challenge players, okay? Like imposing a 3 heart limit on myself or turning off Mipha's Grace. I'm just like, nah, that's not how I have fun with the game. Inventing challenges for yourself, that's not what I define as fun. Like, I'll live up to challenges that the game, you know, imposes on you, but inventing my own challenges and imposing them on myself is not how I have fun. Yeah, and no, that's fair. Like, there's nothing wrong with doing that. If you like it, cool. I'm just saying, I don't personally play that way most of the time. Yeah, 5 times is a lot. Okay.
Solid job getting here. You're a few bricks short of a load.
So, Brickman's gimmick, aside from jumping on you and just generally being a pain, is that he has a second form with a second health bar. Ow. We're gonna go ahead and E-tank this because I don't want to redo this. Also, the only way to hurt him is to hit this thing up here. And of course, you can't hit him. Every time he raises his arm to attack you, you can't hit his only weak point. He's just invulnerable whenever he's attacking you, because you can't reach him. You know, because good game design. Also, we're gonna need Blast in a minute. There we go. So I had 2 choices for that fight. I could have used my weapon tank to power up my to get more Blast Man's ability to break him down faster, or I could use more E-tanks to kind of tank through his second form. I chose to use the E-tank method because I wanted to actually show off the boss a little bit and let him do things, as opposed to just using Blast Man's ability and just killing him instantly like that. So, Block Dropper is a really weird weapon, to say the least. The main concern is that it doesn't necessarily shoot in front of you. Also, this can happen if you're not careful. The enemy might be too close to you, and you'll end up missing because of it. So it's a bit of an awkward weapon. but it is useful, kinda. Specifically for Acid Man. But it can also hit things that are out of your normal attack range because it falls from the ceiling. So it can be good. But generally speaking, if you needed to hit an enemy like that, you could also just use Tundra Man. Blockman is the stage that people recommend you start with. Like, there's a couple bosses in this game that you can start with that are pretty easy to do. Blockman or Tundra Man, I believe, are recommended starting points. Both of them have strengths and weaknesses. Blockman is a really weird weapon, and the stage is pretty tough. But Tundra Man gives you the weapon that is only good against Torchman, and Torchman's stage is super rough. So, personally, I like to start with Impact myself, even though most people don't recommend starting with that. I think his mobility, like the mobility of Pile Driver, is just too good to ignore, so that's, again, why I chose to start with him. Anyway,
it's so good.
Next up is Acid.
Safe.
Okay, Mega, are you sure?
Acid Man's stage is
All ready. Good luck out there, Mega.
full of spikes. That's what it is. It's full of spikes.
Are you sure? Ta-da! All ready. Are you sure? Ta-da! All ready. Are you sure?
So that's going to be fun.
Ta-da! All ready.
I don't remember it being
Good luck out there, Mega. Are
too
you
difficult. It was really just...
Ta-da! All ready. Good luck out there, Mega.
I guess what I really remember about it is that there's basically just two particular jumps that suck. But thankfully, we have spike protection, so we should be good. Do you play Mario Maker, Judex? Ah, you're into Mario. So, Mario Maker 2, I assume. Oh my gosh. Okay, so acid everywhere. Ah. And these things trying to make the water out here acidic. You can kill them. Stop that from happening. So, what kind of stages do you like to play? Like precision stages, Kaizo stages? Personally, I like watching troll stages myself. I don't play Mario Maker 2 at all because I thought it was kind of immature the way they would delete levels from people's systems. However, I think troll levels are really just the best way to play Mario Maker, just because it actually requires creativity and careful thinking rather than precise platforming. Precise platforming, like honestly some of this game, can be kind of boring after a while, especially watching somebody do the same section over and over again. I want to hit this guy. Just so I can. There we go. Oh my gosh. That took more time than it should have taken. Is he just not dying one hit? Oh, there we go. This stage isn't too bad. Could be better, could be worse. My favorite Zelda game? That's a tough one. Breath of the Wild's pretty good. No lie. Ocarina of Time. I really enjoyed Ocarina of Time, though, a lot. Majora's Mask is also a decent one. Personally, I like Ocarina more than Majora, but Majora and Ocarina they complement each other. Like, if you've played Ocarina, you'll enjoy Majora's Mask more, and if you've played Majora's Mask, you'll appreciate Ocarina more. Like, those two games really complement each other a lot. Like, and I feel like that's very much intentional. Like, oh yeah, this is one of the jumps that can be messy. Intentionally. Yeah. Like I said, Majora's Mask was good. I did a 100% playthrough. It's on my YouTube channel. It was fun. I still like Ocarina slightly more for various reasons. But I did enjoy Majora's Mask. I was pleasantly surprised by how good it was. Well, that would have been a death, but we had spike protection. Okay, so we want Blockman for this. If you want to deal with this boss without having any trouble. Blockman's ability just kind of puts it into this guy. Pile Driver can get you through here nice and easy, but so can precise jumping. Yeah, the thing with Majora's Mask is it's definitely a more gray game. Like, the meat of the game is actually more in is almost as much in the side quest as it is in the main quest. The story is much more gray than Ocarina. Ocarina's story is very black and white with, like, we are the good guys, here's the bad guy, go beat him. But Majora's Mask has a lot more depth of character in its characters and in its world. It's more gray. Personally, I think it really, like I said, they really they work well together. Mainly for that reason, because Ocarina's, like, that was kind of the weakness of Ocarina's story, was just that, you know, it was so, you know, classic, epic hero tale, and it was a good classic tale, but it didn't have a lot of, it didn't have the gray, the depth of character that a lot of other games have. That was really one of its few weaknesses, and Majora's Mask kind of filled that in. But I felt Majora's Mask was almost too gray in some places. But anyway, you liked Skyward Sword? Really? Judex, you realize you are one of the few people with that opinion. Skyward Sword's pretty bad. Oh yeah, so here's another section where the jumps can be really frustrating. Thankfully, we have a super high jump. We can do things that ordinarily we would not be able to do. But this section is very scary, though. That was all 3 of my spike protections, by the way, in this stage. That jump is normally very difficult to make, but I just sort of cheesed it with the spike protection there. Skyward Sword I don't know where these quite a lot of people are, but Skyward Sword's not. I'm sorry, but I completely disagree. Skyward Sword's kind of an awful game. Fighting the imprisoned over and over and over again. Constantly having to go back through the same 3 areas over and over and over again. And the story was meh. It was very, very meh. Like, it was a nice try. But, like, there were some cool things about Skyward Sword, but also the motion controls. Ugh, the motion controls. I'm sorry. But the motion controls were just too terrible. Like, the game would have been tolerable if the motion controls just weren't a thing. Again, you didn't like Wind Waker? I thought Wind Waker was amazing. Like, I would say Wind Waker has probably one of the best final Ganon fights in the series, just because Zelda actually participates in it. Like, with the whole mirror shield thing. I thought that was really clever, reflecting the light arrows off of it and all that. And again, a pirate Zelda that actually fights with you. Also, Pirate Zelda. She was really cool. Tetra was awesome. I liked Wind Waker. Wind Waker was really good. Yeah, I guess we just have different opinions when it comes to Zelda games, but I thought Wind Waker was good. Twilight Princess was kind of okay. It was okay. It was really good in the story department, kind of weak in the soundtrack department and in the art direction. Like, they tried to be realistic, but it ended up being very dull because they used a dull color palette. Breath of the Wild is excellent. Ocarina, I would say, it's kind of a tie between Ocarina and Breath of the Wild, I'd say, for which one is the best or my favorite. Because they're both really good. Majora's Mask, of course, is also excellent. Yeah, the soundtrack for Twilight Princess was just so bland, and the style was fine. It was the color palette. That was the problem. The color palette was so dark and dingy, and like they were trying to be realistic, but it also made it kind of not look good. So, but the story was great, especially if you liked Midna as a character. Twilight Princess was excellent in the story department. But yeah, Skyward Sword, man, Skyward Sword was just, sorry. I can't see that as a good game. Also, we've been talking about 3D Zeldas. How about 2D Zeldas? A Link to the Past is still revered as such a super good game. Like, a lot of people praise that as a really good game, and I haven't played it yet. I do have access to it, though. I do need to play it at some point. I might even play it soon, coming up here. Maybe. But... Oops. I did not mean to do that. Well, now we're in trouble. But A Link, I did play A Link Between Worlds. A Link Between Worlds is awesome. Like, seriously, A Link Between Worlds is truly amazing. I love that game so much. Well, like I said, we're in trouble. Need you to actually do what I tell you. Kinda did what I told you. Alrighty. So now we have to do this section legit. Kinda sucks. But I'll try it. We'll see. Oh my gosh, doing small jumps is tough. Just gotta be good. Oh man. Alright. Let's see if I can here. Actually, well, I mean, okay. I can do this to help, but I don't know if I'm gonna land on it though. This could be risky. Yep, that was risky, all right. Yeah, the Oracle games were kind of meh, in my opinion as well. I kind of need that guy to die. There we go. All right, not too bad, not too bad. Now just got to do this section right. Come on now. I do. Specifically, let's see, what Mario games do I like? I liked the Galaxy games. They were both good. 3D World was okay. Like, the thing with Mario games is they don't have a ton of story to them. And, like, they're really fun to, like, play through once or twice, but generally speaking, Mario games are simple enough that once I've played them and beaten them and 100%ed them, I just never come back to them. And they're all good. They're all good. They're all good games, but, you know, they're just kind of a little... They're light games. They're light enjoyment games. They're not super serious games like Zelda. Like, the Zelda series is definitely... No, not Rush Jet. Get out of here. Oh, that's close. Oh, that was so tight. Oh, boy. Stage is finally over after that really tight section. Actually had to make it through there legit. And I did. So, I'm happy about that. Anyway, Acid Man. Block Dropper is good for him. Acid Man is really kind of a... He's just a bit of a cheap boss. He abuses the contact damage system in Mega Man games to just jump on your face whenever you break his shield, so he's kind of a pathetic boss, but we have his weakness, so it doesn't really matter that much.
Welcome to my chemical paradise. Time for an experiment.
Hey, sounds good to me, man. Wind Waker was... I definitely feel like it's better than you're giving it credit for. There we go. Hey, who knows? Maybe if they do give out a collection on the 35th anniversary, maybe you'll be able to get Wind Waker for free as part of the collection. Well, for free, quote unquote. Buy the collection, you get the game. Maybe you won't have to buy it again. Also, I will admit, Wind Waker did have one major blemish on it, and that's the sailing. This Acid Barrier is interesting. You actually get a little shield to stop projectiles. And when things hit the shield, you get little shots that come off of it. So, it's fun. Also, you can fire your weapon, but it uses up your shield in order to fire it. So, Acid Shield is, it's okay. It's cool. It's a cool weapon, but it really doesn't have too many uses. Yeah, that was the one failing of Wind Waker. Acid Barrier. Or sorry, the sailing was just, it was not good. Like I said, it's a nifty weapon, but it's kind of meh. Yeah, that's true. The HD remake did fix a few things.
Gone to?
He's totally vanished, Mega Buddy. Maybe he decided to turn tail and run. Huh?
That chicken's still in the microwave. In the top right there.
What is it, Otto?
Must be Dr. Light's lunch.
It's someone hijacking our signal.
Could it be?
Indeed it could. My genius neither runs nor hides.
Wily!
Light than you, Mega Man. How dare you use my double gear system? Now you've crossed the line. I'll turn you into scrap myself. I'm at point E1685578. Come to my gear fortress. I'll be waiting for you.
Gear Fortress? That's all we needed.
I'm heading out, Dr. Light.
It's time to finish this. Good luck, Mega Man. It's up to you to stop Dr. Wily.
Yes, sir.
You can do it, Mega Man!
Mega, be careful out there.
Okay.
He does seem a little stressed, doesn't he, Avalon? Also, yeah, Dr. Robotnik and Dr. Wily have often been compared because they both work on robots and stuff. They're both scientific bosses. Okay. So, let's go ahead and save here. No, first, hold on.
Stand on the threshold of the final.
Okay, Mega.
Make sure we're
What'll
stocked
it be?
up. Here we
Are
go.
you sure? Ta-da! All ready. Good. Are you sure? Ta-da! All ready.
Just
Are you
go
sure?
ahead and grab all this.
Ta-da! All ready. Are you sure? Ta-da! All ready.
So the Wily stages, they can be a little rough.
Okay, Mega. What? Are you sure?
Yeah, let's just go ahead and get them all. We might need all the weapon tanks
All
here.
ready. Good luck out there, Mega.
Yeah, might as well. So the Wily stages, they don't generally mess around that much. They can be pretty tough from what I remember, but I also remember getting through them in a reasonable amount of time. I think one stream was all I needed to get through them. So now that I actually am more experienced with the game, it shouldn't take too much longer. Might actually be able to beat this in one go. It's crazy. Yeah, it's starting to look like that. I might actually be able to beat this in one stream. Unless I want to spread it out some. I'm going to go to intermission for a bit. I need a break. I need some water. I'll see you guys in just a minute. Hey guys, thanks for watching. This is where most people tell you to like, comment, and subscribe. And while I would appreciate you doing all that, if you enjoyed my content, come check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/TrinfiniteX so you can watch and chat with me while I make these. I'm a family-friendly streamer, so everybody's welcome. Throw me a follow on Twitch and Twitter so you can get notifications when I go live. Links will be down in the description. Have a wonderful day, and I look forward to meeting you.